Welcome, welcome. My name is Bree Morena de Santos. This is Foundations. This is the last class before we enter into the Yoga for Beginners series. So over the next several weeks, we will be in a true Yoga for Beginners series during this 11 a.m. class, but it will have some really neat components to it. So even if you're not a quote unquote beginner, it's going to really go through all the things that you may be missing, just putting those links together. So it's still a really great class for more advanced practitioners and of course for my teachers. So that's going to be fun. So that'll start in December. Actually, I may have one more class before then, huh? I don't know. Starts in December. So if I have one more Saturday after Thanksgiving, maybe I'm lost. Okay, we're gonna find ourselves seated, Sukhasana, easy pose of choice. Take a moment. Let's soften the gazes. Let's relax through the eyebrows. Relax the muscles of the face. Let's relax the body. Starting to allow the shoulders to draw down into the earth. Allow yourself to feel the heart expand, the lengthening through the spine. Start to observe the breath through the body, sensing the breath. Noticing what comes up for you as you inhale and exhale. Just bringing some awareness throughout your body. Feel free to pay special attention to a part of your body that needs it today. We will be going through a gentle vinyasa flow with a yin yoga component. We'll spend most of our time in yin after we've raised the vibration, the brahmana, the expansion in our body. We will cool that expansion down, getting into our myofascial system, our fascia, and focusing on the breath. I would love to invite you to place your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your solar plexus, kind of making that moon and moon and sun and moon connection of the body. And start to inhale and exhale into the palms of your hands. Pressing the palms firmly into the heart space, firmly into your solar plexus. Allowing the expansion of your breath to remind you of that connection you're making. And take a full round of breath. And take another inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to slowly tuck your chin into your body. Take a moment here with the gazes soft or even closed. And offer yourself love and gratitude. Letting go of whatever came before this. Separating yourself from anything that isn't serving you. Allowing yourself to be just like Bella and be present in this moment. Only paying attention to the senses that your body is sending you. Maybe your body is going to ask you to go a little deeper today. Perhaps your body is going to request that you be a little more gentle today. Your job is to listen. When you're ready, we're gonna draw our palms of our hands together. And we're going to press the palms together. Inhale as the palms raise to the sky. Take your nose up too. We're gonna take a moment here. The hands are gonna remain where they're at. You're going to draw your shoulders into your body. And on your exhale, you're gonna tuck your chin into your chest, drawing your head right in between your shoulders. We're gonna take the hands that are in the sky. We're gonna flip the fingers toward the back of the mat. And we're going to bend the elbows, drawing the arms down. We're gonna hang out here for a full round of breath. Yes. And then when you're ready, you're gonna inhale those fingers back toward the sky. Eye gazes follow. Exhale the hands to your heart, tucking the chin into your body. This time we're gonna separate the hands as we inhale the hands up overhead. Eye gazes up. And exhale the hands down by our side, tucking the chin into the body. Inhale the hands up, nice and slow. We are not in a hurry. And exhale the hands to the heart. Feel that energy moving through your body. Feel the expansion with every inhale. Press the palms together, inhale, rise. This time, exhale, lift the heart. Take a little baby back bend. And then exhale our hands by our side, tucking the chin into your body. Last time, inhale, hands up. And we will land with the hands in Anjali Mudra, which is prayer center, back to your heart space, tucking your chin into your body. Take a moment here. We're going to look for a few rounds of breath. And with every exhale, see if you can tuck that chin just a little bit deeper. We are trying to compress through the thyroid gland, activating the endocrine system, getting into our hormones, slowly activating our vagus nerve, therefore parasympathetic nervous system. Keeping your chin tucked, we're going to walk our hands down to the mat, and we're going to start to walk our hands forward, coming into a little fold. And when you're ready, you can untuck the chin, allow your head to relax in between the blades of your shoulders. Yes. Shaking your head from side to side. Take a full round of breath, and on the exhale, tuck your chin into your body, getting into that compression, right back into that thyroid gland, closing that valve. We're going to slowly rise. We're going to come over into all four, coming into that kitty cat pose. It's 11:11, make a wish. And as you bring your hands way above you towards the top of your mat, relax your head in between your shoulder blades. Maybe allow your palms of your hands to pitch up off of the mat, coming only into your fingertips. Getting that flexion through the back of your body. You might even start to feel the back of your body expanding. And then slowly rise. We're going to come to a seat right on our heels. And we're going to inhale our hands up. Exhale into cactus arms, lifting your heart, lifting your nose. Inhale slowly. Tuck your chin into your chest as your arms reach towards the sky. Exhale, cactus arms. Slowly lift your nose up and expand through your heart, taking a little back bend. And last time, inhale, rise. Exhale as you tuck your chin into your chest, lengthening your arms to the sky. We're going to come back through center, bring our hands by our side. Yes, we're going to come over into all four. We're going to do some cat-cows. So take 2 rounds of cat-cow. Any pattern of breath will be perfect here. We are working with both traditional philosophy of Patanjali through our East Indian lineage, as well as traditional Chinese medicine through the meridians, which is a little bit different on how we access the breath. So just intuit your breath here. We're going to come back through a neutralized spine. When you're ready, we're going to lengthen that right foot behind us and tuck the toes. And then we're going to do a cat-cow motion here. You're going to notice that it's a little bit challenging getting into that pose. Please place a blanket under your knees if you need to. Yes. One more round. We're going to come back through center. We're going to bring that knee back to where we found it. We're going to lengthen the opposite leg, tuck the toe, and then find your cat-cow here. Again, it's a different variation. Kind of getting into that hip flexor, getting into that outer hip, and getting into your side body. One more round, ready to come back through center, tabletop. And let's just drop our hips from side to side. I like to hold a hip over to one side, maybe taking a full round of breath. And then other side. If you like to move a little quicker, honor that. Yeah. Try to look for the stretch, right? Like, where is this happening in my body today? Breathe into that stretch. Usually when we can feel the stretch, our breath will instinctively hold itself, but we want to breathe into those stretches, right? We're going to come back through center when you're ready. We're going to bring that right foot right in between the thumbs. We're going to slide that left foot behind us. We're going to get into that hip here. This is a great place for your blocks. And we're going to just breathe into that hip. We're going to take a nice full round of breath here. And then when you're ready, we're going to tuck that back toe and lift that knee. And we're going to find a full round of breath here. Coming into that lower lunge variation. The back foot's going to reach to the front, and we're just going to switch sides. Get that stretch in, drop that knee, flatten that foot on the other side. Yes. Full round of breath. And then tuck the toe, lift the knee, full round of breath. We're going to get into a little bit of a gentle flow here, going through some Surya Namaskar variations. We're going to step that back foot to reach the front, coming into Uttanasana forward fold. Pedal it out. Take your head from side to side, making this therapeutic for your body. And then with bent knees, we're going to come back through center. Look at your toes, lift them off of the mat, drop them one by one. Let's ground them into the mat. Let's ground our energy. We're going to slowly roll up and rise. Inhale the hands overhead. Lengthen and stretch. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Shifting your weight towards your heels on this one. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, slowly roll up. Your head will float atop of your shoulders last. Inhale the hands up. This time, exhale a little heart opener, maybe cactus arms, or just let the arms float down behind you. Inhale, rise. Exhale our hands to our heart. We're going to keep those palms pressed together as we hinge at the hips, folding forward, Uttanasana. A gentle half lift. Let your fingers come up your legs, touching them if you can, to the knees. Exhale, let your fingers come down your legs, touching them if you can, to the toes. Bend the knees. We're gonna step into our first plank. We're gonna drop our knees, flatten our feet, lift your heart towards the sky. Eye gaze is up. Draw your shoulders behind you. Take your tail to your heels, Vinyasa child's pose. Take a little stretch. Stretch your fingers to the top of your mat. Maybe lift your palms off of the earth, only having your fingertips, so a little tint of your hands. This helps us get into that back of the body stretch. Slowly roll up. You're going to be seated on your heels. Inhale the hands through the sky. Exhale, cactus arms, leave your heart open. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart space, tuck your chin into your body. Inhale, reverse it up. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms, get a deeper stretch, sticking your tail out behind you. Exhale your hands by your side, tucking your chin into your body. Coming through tabletop. Draw your left foot in between your thumbs. Tuck your toe, lift your knee, come into a crescent lunge. Find your breath. Fold forward. Back foot reaches to the front, come into Utkatasana chair pose. Find your breath. Forward fold. Half lift. Bend the knees. Step into plank. Drop your knees, flatten your feet, bend your elbows, nose to the earth. Inhale into a nice cobra or a little sill on a rock. Exhale, child's pose. Noticing your breath throughout. Slowly roll up on the inhale. Sitting on your heels. Exhale. Inhale the hands through the sky. Exhale, cactus arms, heart opener. Inhale, rise. Exhale the hands to the heart. Yes. Press and reverse it up. And this time fold forward. Come into tabletop. Opposite leg in between the thumbs. Tuck the toe, lift the knee. Crescent lunge. Find your breath. Back foot reaches to the front. Chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Reverse, sweep it to the sky. We're going to take 3 back bends or heart openers, yogi's choice. Really letting it go. Maybe activating lion's breath, sticking out your tongue. Don't be shy. On the next one, we're going to do a nice swan dive or forward fold, depending on your room. Half lift. Bend the knees. Step into plank. Option to lower chaturanga, traditional vinyasa. I'm going to do knees, chest, chin, bending the elbows, knees, nose to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Or up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 rounds of breath here. Check in with your body, check in with what you need. Spread those fingers, press the palms into the earth. Yes, don't worry about the heels of your feet pressing into the mat. That is not the purpose of the pose. Yes, really lengthening through your spine, really breathing right into your tailbone. Bring some awareness right to your tailbone. I know you don't think about your tailbone much. You do. Yes. One more round if you have it. Walk your toes to meet your hands. Bend your knees, spread your toes, lift them off of the mat, drop them one by one. Slowly rest. Inhale your hands into the sky. Exhale to your heart. Reverse up. Take a heart opener, baby back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lifting halfway. Bend the knees, step into a plank. From plank, push right to dog. Right leg in the sky. Drop it in between your thumbs. Back foot 90 degrees, float into warrior two. Take a moment here. We're going to inhale everything up so we can get nice and comfy and cozy. And when you land, hang out here. Eye gazes forward. Yes. Make any micro adjustments you need. Maybe it's your stance. Feeling both feet pressing into the mat. Feel free if your arms get tired today, put them to your hips. You can even take cactus arms. Thanks, Tiff. Lots of options, right? One more round of breath. That's right. And then slowly rise. Exhale, take it down. Helicopter all the way, that back foot will follow. Step into plank. Option to take traditional vinyasa, chaturanga down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. You can also do knees, chest, chin, or go straight to down dog. Left leg high. Drop it in between the thumbs. Back foot 90 degrees. Float into your warrior. Lengthen and get nice and cozy into your warrior two on the come down. Find your breath. Yes, remember you can make any micro adjustments you need to your arms, to your legs, but land those feet. Don't let your feet put all the pressure on one side. Equal pressure. One more round of breath. When we're ready, inhale, raise. Exhale, settle. Helicopter down. Step into a plank. Push right into down dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Bend your knees, slowly run. Inhale your hands into the sky. Exhale, feel free to take a heart opener or a deeper back bend. Inhale up. Exhale our hands to our heart. Yes, we're gonna step that right foot forward, coming into pyramid. Both toes are gonna face forward. We're gonna hinge at the hips. Option to let your hands slide down your leg, find blocks, or keep them in Anjali Mudra, prayer center. You can stop halfway, tabletop spine, or you can come all the way down. I'll get hurt. I don't know. Right, a little flirt. Every exhale, see if you can get a little deeper into the purpose of the stretch, getting into those hamstrings, getting into those calves. Use your blocks, right? So if your knees are intuitively wanting to bend, just take those blocks and have them be your friend. I was trying to rhyme. Now, this is one of those challenging poses for some of us. So we want to relax the jaw. If you are a teacher or an advanced student, you want to try Chakari Mudra. You bring the tip of your tongue to the top of your mouth, relaxing through the jaw. You start to walk the tongue to the back of your mouth towards the throat. You might feel that little stretch under your tongue. And this is creating a lock, an energy lock. You want to try to breathe through that lock. Every exhale, getting that chin closer to your neck, getting into that thyroid gland, and releasing that cervical spine. Skip your inversions. I think they're working on those for you today. Yeah. Halfways. One more round of breath. Yes. All right, yogis, here's going to be a fun little challenge for the day. We're going to slowly rise, coming back to where we came from. And we're going to shift our weight from the back foot, back leg into those toes, coming into that front standing leg. This can be your practice. You can maybe just lift those toes off of the mat and check on your balance, or you can keep those toes grounded. Yeah? If you like, you can hinge at the hips, just like you did. And as a result, that back leg will lift. It does not need to lift very high. You can stay in line with the spine. You can stay as close to the mat as you need it to. Your arms can come to your waist. You can go to superhuman arms, airplane. You can come and go, right? And if you want to turn this into a standing split, please honor that. If this isn't your practice today, you come back to where you came from, finding a standing pose, Tadasana. Yogi's choice. If you're in a split, you're gonna come through Uttanasana, forward fold, maybe pedal it out, and reverse sweep it high. If you are in a standing pose, we're all gonna bring the hands to the sky. Exhale, heart opener, baby back there. Inhale, rise. Exhale, our hands to our heart. Let's take a moment, let's relax. Your glutes are probably fired up. Release the body parts, let them flow through you to the earth. Yeah. Relax. Relax your jaw, your eyebrows. You're training your nervous system that everything we do in between these relaxation intentional moments is on purpose. So your body will eventually lengthen and get more flexible because your nervous system isn't contracting. Take a few more rounds. When you're ready, inhale up and exhale your hands back to your heart. We're gonna step that left foot forward. Hopefully you have room on your mat. Or step the other foot back. Left foot forward or right foot backward, yeah? Okay. Toes are pointing forward. You're gonna start to hinge at those hips. Only go as far as your legs are in the mood for today. And if you wanna stay halfway, keeping your head above your heart, or you wanna take the full inversion, going into the fuller expression. Use your blocks when you need to. Blocks are our friend. They just extend the earth up toward us. Yes, Jen. Check in with your body, right? Your body's sending you messages. Your body's telling you it wants a little more. It can go a little deeper, or it is happy where you are at. Slow it down. Most of the time, our body has more energy than our mind gives it credit for. So it's a balance of continuously trying to connect the two. And that's what yoga does for us, yeah? All right, we're gonna come back through the way we got up. So we're just gonna slowly rise. This is also equally a challenge. And then you're gonna shift your weight into from those back toes into that front leg. And again, this can be your practice. This is perfect. This is a lot. Or you just hinge at those hips and that back leg will rise. Toes toward the earth, ground your energy if you like. Getting into a gentle warrior 3. Remember, your option is always to take it to a standing split or come back to Tadasana standing. Yes, you can come and go too, right? If you want to take a Tadasana or a little standing pose and then come back through to your warrior, honor that. All is good. You have lots of ways to do this. If you're in a standing split, you're going to pass through Uttanasana, forward fold, pedal it out, ideally. If you're standing, hang out there. And we're gonna slowly rise. Inhale the hands into the sky. We will all meet here. Exhale our hands to our heart. We're gonna bring those hands all the way down to the mat. Forward folding, hinging at those hips, shifting our weight a little bit toward the heels. Half lift. Yes, bending at those knees, stepping into a plank. Woo! And then we're gonna drop our knees, flat our feet, lift our heart. We're gonna come in and through child's pose, Balasana. Any variation here, you can let your belly rest between your thighs or on top of your thighs. If your forehead reaches the earth, then you can give it a massage. You can always place your block under the forehead. Everyone should have 2 blocks, so we're gonna do a little shoulder opener next. Hang out a few more rounds of breath here. Yes. You're gonna come to tabletop. You're gonna look forward just so you can see what's happening. You're gonna grab your blocks. And we're gonna bring our blocks into our hands. Now, for some of you, you might automatically want to just draw your forearms down. For others, it might be easier to slide your blocks out. We want to get deeper into this stretch. It might feel a little deeper with the forearms down and letting your heart melt towards the earth, getting deeper into the thoracic spine. If this feels terrible, abort the mission, right? Let go of those blocks. because you are getting deeper into your thoracic spine. You're trying to melt your heart to the mat. You're trying to stick your tail up toward the sky. And in doing so, you're in a deep inversion, right? Jen, if this doesn't feel good, then yeah, perfect. Yes. And then you're going to start to allow the shoulder blades to come together. It's a somatic connection of mind body. So as you're melting into this pose, draw your shoulders behind you, bringing the blades together. You're gonna feel that deeper connection if your body is ready for it. Don't overthink it, right? Sometimes when we're in yoga, we're like, I am not sure. That's okay. Your body's actually a little bit smarter than the questions in your mind. One more round of breath. All right, we're gonna slowly come out of this. Use your blocks to come into tabletop. All right, yogis, and now we're gonna draw that right foot in between again. You can bring your blocks on any level. If you do the towers and you want to draw your forearms down, you can honor that. If you want to get a little deeper into the hips, you can actually walk the foot on the outer of the hand. But totally optional, right? Because we're going to be here for a minute. For some of you, it's going to feel good for the hips to be really open. For others, or you're going to like it a little bit closer. So take a moment, whatever feels good. If you want to ditch your blocks, you can honor that too. You can get right into that lizard. Sometimes I like the blocks because it sends a little message to the brain. It's like a little supportive cue. All right, yogis, here's the challenge. We're going to start to notice the breath. We're going to send the breath into the pelvis. So as you inhale and exhale, bring your awareness right to your pelvis, right to your hips. We're trying to send a nice little message throughout your digestive tract, right into your body to relax. Let the back of your neck get as relaxed as possible today. Try not to hold up any energy in the shoulders and the neck. Send that energy down, 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 down. Ground it. Now, this is a part of the yin practice. Additionally, in yin, it will start to get uncomfortable at some point. This is really challenging you to observe your breath. Send it to those places in your body that are starting to wake up from a nightmare. And just keep sending that message there, right? Now, as we get more advanced in our practice, we can add a mantra. That is where you tell yourself, I am on the inhale and I am on the exhale. I am healthy, grateful, peaceful. That will help you calm the mind body. I am. Inhale, I am grateful. Exhale, I am healthy. For example. Yes. Deep tissue massage is happening right now. You're massaging your body, your muscles, your tissues with your breath. One more round, my dears. And then as you exhale, if your foot's on the outer of your hand, draw it back into the middle. We're going to shift our weight back. This is a great place to place a blanket if you haven't done so already, right? Use your blanket, put it under your knee. And now your hands could be lengthened. This is going to get deeper into the back of the leg, into the hamstring, or your hands can be closer up and you can hinge at the hips. Check in with your body, find out where you want to land. That back foot could be tucked or flattened. Check in with everything, and then you're going to live there for a few rounds of breath. Yeah? Yes. Remember, this is your personal practice. Yes, this is a challenge to hold these poses and get into that fascia, get into that scar tissue, all the tissue we've accumulated from adulting that has settled in. We're trying to like move around right now. So use your breath, use your mantra. I am. Beautiful modifications and progressions in the room. Getting into your half split, monkey pose, or maybe full. Now in this pose, we're gonna start to bring our awareness to the back of our body. We're looking for the muscles in the back. We're gonna feel those muscles expanding, feeling the lungs pressing into the rib cage. For my ladies, if you're wearing some sort of contraption, you'll feel that expansion try to hold you back. That's what we're looking for. Men, you have an easier time of activating your back muscles typically. So feel those muscles coming and going. Yes. Sorry. Okay. Breathe into the back of your body, yogis. Take all that energy and awareness to where we want it to go. One more round of breath if it's in you. Woo. We're gonna come back to center. I know. Back foot's gonna come to the front. We're gonna come into a forward fold. Use your blocks. Put them on their highest towers. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, but you're only gonna come halfway most likely. And press your palms into the blocks. So depending on your length of your arms will depend on your fold probably. Press the blocks into the mat. Use your strength here. Keep pressing, keep breathing. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Yes. Get that stretch, right? We're looking for that stretch. It's gonna naturally show up. It's gonna get right into that spine. Ooh, right through those shoulder blades. Yes. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, readjust your blocks, and we're gonna step the opposite foot back. Hopefully it's your left foot forward, but whatever's your opposite. And again, you can keep that foot in between your hands. You can walk that foot on the outer, getting into more of a lizard. Whatever you did on one side, you don't have to do on the other because this hip might be different, right? Take a few rounds of breath. Yes, blanket under the knees, make those adjustments. You already know how long you're gonna be in the pose, so you wanna shave off 5 seconds. That's what I do. Just kidding, I'm not kidding. Okay, breathe. Take a moment, land in your poses. Yes, and getting thirsty is natural, right? It's like the body wants to move that energy through. It's a good sign. Anytime your nose starts running, you get a little cough, you're thirsty, do it, right? We're not in a sport of painfulness. Now, when you're ready, yogis, bring that connection to your hip flexor, to your pelvis. And as you inhale and exhale, I want you to inhale through your pelvis and exhale through your pelvis. You don't have to know what I'm talking about. Your body will naturally make that connection. Send your inhales and exhales down. Instead of focusing on your chest, breathing from the top, you're gonna breathe from below. Ah, yes. For advanced practitioners, if you want to do Chikari here, go ahead and bring the tip of your tongue to the top of your mouth, relaxing your jaw, and then walking the tongue to the back of your throat, getting into that little stretch under the tongue. Everyone's welcome to give this a shot. It's just It could make you feel like you're holding your breath. It's a little bit advanced, and you will exhale as you tuck your chin toward your body a little bit closer, getting into that thyroid gland and breaking that valve, getting into your pranayama practice. Please include your mantra so that you're not thinking about the stretch. You're thinking about, I am grateful, I am peaceful, I am healthy. Whatever your mantra is, I am living my best life. Yoga teaches us to utilize the tools we have in our tool belt to get through life. But we have to select the tool, right? Gandhi said, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. So here we are, testing it out. One more round of breath. We're gonna slowly transition. The leg's gonna come in between the hands if not already. And of course, you're gonna lengthen that front leg, getting into that half split, half monkey, or full split, full monkey. Take a minute, decide how you wanna position yourself, using your blocks, maybe in different ways. And for those of us who have a pretty steady practice, right? You can always look for a new place to place your hands, your block, your eye gazes, even if it's the same pose. All right, when you're ready to settle, find your mantras, find your mudra, and of course, let your breath do all the work for you. Sending your breath right into your body. Giving yourself that deep tissue massage. Yes. This is naturally uncomfortable for all of us. Just remember that. This might just show up in different places for us. If the body is very limber, then it might show up in the mind. Focus, breathe. One more round. All right, lovelies, come gently out of this. Take your time. We're gonna step that back foot to the front. We're gonna come into that forward fold. This time we're gonna take our blocks way in front of us, as far as your arms reach, and you're gonna dangle your head in between your shoulder blades. Now, if this feels too much, bend the knees, but draw the belly off of the thighs, so don't let your belly rest on your thighs. And if you're enjoying this stretch, you can walk your feet out a little bit, not to where you're gonna pull down dog. We don't wanna lose balance. Yes, Sarah, and you can get deeper into that stretch. You can shift your weight forward or backward. You can check in and see what you like. But once you arrive, yogis, we're gonna find our breath here. We're not gonna stay in this inversion forever. Press the palms into the blocks. Don't let the blocks like lose control. Press, create that bandha. Create that lock of energy. You're gonna feel it show up in your muscles. This is what's neat about Tibetan practices, is you tend to look like you're doing nothing, which is cool, but all the muscles are fired up. Your digestive tract is working. Don't underestimate the stillness. One more round of breath. Yes. We're gonna walk those blocks right next to our feet. We're gonna come down into bent knees into a little yogi ball. We're gonna keep our blocks with us. So just adjust them however you like. And we're gonna bring some awareness to our toes. Now, if at any time this just becomes completely unbearable because we are working all of these little bones and feet, then we're gonna go ahead and find a seated pose, an easy pose, okay? Otherwise, if you're ready, find your hands placing into your blocks. Your blocks should feel stable, so make any adjustments. You're gonna bring your awareness to your feet. Your feet are nice and grounded. You're gonna draw your awareness to your face muscles. You're gonna relax the eyebrows, the jaw. You're gonna feel your shoulders come down the back of your body, so you might feel some expansion happening through the front of your body. And if you like, you're gonna take a full round of breath. On your next exhale after that, you can do a compression by drawing your chin into your body. Taking Chakari Mudra, tip of the tongue if you want. This might make this pose more challenging, but see how you feel about that. Otherwise, adding in mantra will be advantageous here. Now imagine with every inhale and exhale, you are floating off of your mat. You are light as a feather. The only thing you need is the palms of your hands pressing themselves into that block. The rest of your body's floating. No weight, no pressure. Keep drawing your shoulders down behind you. We're gonna take 3 more delicious rounds of breath here. For those of you who want option to float, Lolasana variation, option to just take it to the earth and sit. Find your breath. See if you can harness all of that energy, lift it up and breathe. Totally optional, yes? We will all eventually make our way to a seated posture. Yeah. Great work. We're gonna bring our feet together. We're gonna bring our blocks under our knees. So check it out. You might need to make some adjustments. If this isn't working, you can use your blanket, you can drop the blocks, but we want the muscles to just kind of collapse into something. When we don't use the blocks, we tend to have a tendency to get deeper into the hip flexors, and we just want to chill out here. Yeah. Now, if this is too much, we can have a nice Sukhasana variation here. So easy pose variation instead of bound ankle. All right, my dears. First thing is first, go ahead and bring your hands to your legs, maybe ankles or higher. Take a moment, let your midline lengthen from the spine through the front of the body. I'm gonna try to create some room through our hara line, just allowing ourselves to cleanse and clear out. We're gonna draw our shoulders into our ears. We're gonna gently guide them down our back, but we're not gonna stick our chest out, getting deep into the lumbar spine. We still wanna keep that neutral spine. Yeah. And this is where you can stay, right? But I would love it if you take a full round of breath. And then when you get to your next exhale, you tuck your chin into your body without rounding your spine. Now there's gonna be some natural flexion, but there's a difference between that and fully going into mad cat. Teachers, every exhale, advanced practitioners, take Chakari Mudra. Otherwise, invite the mantra, every exhale and inhale, I am, fill in the blank. Let your legs just float towards the blocks. Don't even think about them. All energy is in your breath. Finding that steady balance between allowing yourself to feel lifted through the spine but also allowing yourself to feel relaxed through the root. It's simple, it's just not easy, right? That's okay. We're looking for another full round of breath here. And then as you exhale, go ahead and fully round your spine. Let all that energy move through your body. It's like you just opened up a floodgate and water is just flowing. Feel that flow. Ooh, yes. All right, my dears, we're gonna lie on our back. This is a great place for your bolster. I don't have an example, but you can line that bolster up right, nice and long. I'll use the blanket as an example. And I like to just lie down on the bolster, right? Let the belly get nice and high up. If this is not your jam today, you can take that bolster and place it under the legs instead. For some of us, we might have some more relaxation that needs to take place in the lower part of the body. So check in with yourself. I like the spinal support, but might not feel as cozy. Check in on your cozy levels. Yes. You allow your body to get deeper into the pose. You allow your spine to completely collapse over the bolster. You enjoy every moment as the shoulders relax. Feel free to make any gentle adjustments that your body might need. Blankets over your feet or over your belly or hips is always a calming effect. Start to allow the body to completely relax. Take a moment and observe tension in the body. There will be some natural tension. And just observe it. Wherever it shows up. See if you can breathe into those spaces that are wanting more comfort. I love this restorative pose that leans into yin because it reminds us that even though we've tried to create the most cozy effect, our body will eventually start to send a message that it's not enough. This is your turn to add in your tools, those mantras, your breath work, a micro adjustment, right? Yin yoga teaches us that we can't just change everything at once. Like right now, your minor adjustment might be a wiggle of the toe or a movement of the shoulder. And that's exactly what Yin's trying to teach us. Keeping the breath moving through the body. If you want the fuller expression of Tibetan breathing here and you feel comfortable, allow yourself to have moments where you hold the breath. Right? We're not closing a valve, we're not getting into pranayama per se, but Tibetan breathing allows us to take a deep inhale, try to retain it, release it. So it's the one time in yoga where your teacher will say, feel free to hold your breath. Only you are 100% conscious of it, which is a totally different effect. So if you're game, give it a shot. And as you pause and hold the breath in, that's a great time to sing in your mind. I am, I am, I am, I am. And it helps you to pause that prana, hold it in, or in this case, the chi, still life force energy. Pause that breath and send a message to your body. Plant a seed. And one last thing to add, send a message to someone else. You are. Maybe it's someone you know. In traditional yoga philosophy, it could even be someone who causes you suffering or pain, or is not someone who's on your favorite person Christmas list. So if you have it in you, think about the person that you love, and maybe think about someone who could use some love. Yogis, you're going to slowly start to come out of this pose, starting to wiggle the body around. Option to flip over and give a little straddle to your bolster if that feels okay, or you can just come onto your side. We just want to get a little bit of opposition in the body if you need it. So you can lay on top of your bolster, kind of cradling it, coming into a big bolstered happy or child's pose. Or you can just roll over onto your side, coming into a little ball. Maybe placing the bolster between your knees or a block there or a blanket. Yes. This is like the nap time you didn't want when you were 5. Mm-hmm. And take 3 intentional rounds of breath. When you're ready, you will slowly rise to a seat, taking your time. I know this is the hard part. You can also stay there and we'll just walk past you when we leave. Take a moment, yogis. I invite you to place your left hand over your heart, representing your feminine side, your moon side, Chandra. And your right hand over your solar plexus, activating the sun, the masculine energy. And also making that cross-body brain connection. Take a moment here, a slight bow, a slight tuck of the chin toward the body. Offer yourself love and gratitude. Reflect on your personal practice today, what came up for you, what you wish to leave behind. And remember to hydrate. Drink lots of water. One of my favorite sayings in yoga is Om Shanti Om, and it means may peace be with you. So Om Shanti Om. Go in peace. Namaste. We did it. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Bye, everyone. Mwah, 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 mwah. Good to see you, Chen.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Beth.